Your customers are talking, and we were talking about listening earlier. So even if you're not participating in social media and not measuring ROI yet, people are still talking about you. This person, DaveCarrollMusic.com, is the guy that wrote the song about United Airlines that I'm sure everyone has heard about by now. It's a very catchy song. It was stuck in my head for quite some time, and that will play the video when I send you the slide deck later. Delta. In spite of their best efforts, and their best efforts are not very good in social media, people are still talking about Delta and how much they suck. And also Dell, but everybody talks about Dell. The infamous Comcast NAP video that will also play on the actual slide video. This video is the one about the Domino's Pizza employees that were spitting in the pizza and doing all sorts of horrible things and sending them out. That was on YouTube for, what, 48 hours before they caught because they weren't listening. All right, tools for listening, because I harp on listening a lot. Listening is the most important part of an ROI campaign. Radian6 is my favorite paid tool, so if you have the budget to do Radian6, please do. But many people do not. So if you...
What kind of budget are we talking about?
$600 a month. That's what Radian6 is. A month. BoulevardStatus.com, which is not spelled out, it's ELVDstatus.com. If you like the Radian6 interface, if you played with their tool and you like that visualized look and you like the campaigns that you can customize and that sort of thing, Boulevard Status imitates them. So you get the Radian6 look with search results, ROI results, campaign results on a slice of it. So if you don't mind that, then that's a really good free tool. We just talked about Google Alerts and Google Analytics. DNA13 is a great tool if you are in any kind of journalism, because it not only does what Radian6 does with the web, but it also gets print as well very quickly. However, it is paid and it is very expensive, and I'm not going to tell you how much because it's a lot. A lot, but it gets everything and it's immediate, and they're a great company, and much like Radian6, they're out of Canada. It must be a Canadian thing, analytics. My personal favorite stats on my blog, I have two stats. I use Google Analytics and I use Have a Mint, which is made by the same people who make Mint, the finance software. And it also widgetizes your ROI, but you can customize it using PHP. So if you know PHP, which is a very easy little language to learn, it's the thing WordPress is based on, you can actually fully customize this search result to get what you want to know about your blog. So I love it. It'll do Have a Mint, bless you, Have a Mint and Google Analytics can both be customized to track by author, by page on your site, by keyword. Those two can also be customized to track by incoming traffic, refer, like in great detail. Boulevard Status is not quite that customizable yet, but I believe that that's where they're headed. What to avoid to kill your ROI? Flash websites. If you like to build websites in Flash and you don't make them HTML SEO searchable, we don't like you. You're killing our ROI. Framed linking. By framed linking, I mean if you use Hootsuite, I'm not clicking on your links, because what Hootsuite does is it takes my page and it frames it in the Hootsuite link, and it doesn't allow me to track that you visited my page. Facebook frames links. DigNow frames links. The only person that I know of as of yesterday, StumbleUpon frames them, but it doesn't take away your SEO somehow. So if you have a framed link, I'm not clicking on it, even if I really, really like you. Excessive marketing will kill your ROI because people stop linking to you and listening to you. Exceeding a good ratio of professional to personal will kill your ROI because people stop listening to you. Not listening to other people and not talking to them will kill your ROI because you look like you're not listening to other people. And you want to avoid the follower count trap that we talked about at the beginning of the presentation. You know, I need to get 10,000 followers, I need to get 100 followers, I need to get 100 people on my Facebook page, my YouTube channel doesn't have enough people. And the symmetrical following trap, which means you don't have to follow back everyone that follows you on the internet. If you're measuring ROI correctly, you can respond to them without having to follow them and clutter up your screen.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could you elaborate just a little bit on exceeding a good ratio of pro-personal? What do you mean by that?
Oh, I figured that everyone had already covered that this weekend. I generally tend to interact with people on a 9-to-1 ratio, personally. You do not have to follow that exactly. You can find one that's comfortable for you. But the point of it is to do 9 personal or friendly or not about you tweets or Facebook status updates or blog posts or whatever to every one you do about your company. which sounds like it's not going to help your company's ROI, but it does because it makes you more interesting, it makes you more human, and more people will come and want to talk to you and be interested in what you're doing. So if you were to go to the Patagonia Twitter page or blog page right now, they only talk about business stuff. Not only do they only talk about business stuff, for some reason they named their blog and their Twitter page Cleanest Line, not Patagonia. And they don't link to it anywhere on their website. So what kind of ROI is Patagonia getting out of their social media efforts? I would guess this much. They've only got 1,000 Facebook people on their page and 1,000 Twitter followers right now. They've been on Twitter, Facebook, and blogging for over a year.
So we-
Yes, I just love it. But it's a product that people search for. So if you go to your site and you can't find your other stuff on that landing page we talked about earlier, which also should be an exit page, by the way, what good is your effort?
So what you just said, first you mentioned Twitter and Facebook, and then you said Twitter, Facebook, and blog. So are you
And blog.
recommending the 1 to 9 also for your blog?
Everything, yes.
So I'm a company, but I should be doing personal posts in my blog?
Personal, by personal, I mean not selling, not sales. So I have one company who's a furnishing company, and their CEO goes and travels around the world to get their materials for their furnishings. And everywhere he goes, he fights for education and to close sweatshops in the country that he's visiting. So for their blog, he talks about that. So they might have one blog post where they talk about their new fall line, and then they'll have 9 where Walter, the company's CEO, talks about the children in India that he just helped build a school for, or the children in China that he just saved from working in a sweatshop, or he might say, I'm working for this cause, or this is how fabric is made in India, but it's still related to his company, but it's very personal to him.
So how do you categorize the third kind of blog post, which is, here's some great information for you?
That would be sales and marketing. That's
All right.
you. Those kind of posts, I recommend you put on a page instead of a post if it's evergreen information that's not going to change except for maybe pricing or something like that you can update, put on a page.
No,
a post.
not about your company, but for example, I'm in the video production industry, so I do post, if you're looking, here's a way to make great video. If you're doing a video blog, think about this.
That would be a personal. That would be good. It would be helping people, and it's not about you.
It's educational.
Yeah, education.
All right, so educational falls in the personal part.
Yep.